Welcome dear learners to this video lecture. I am Dr. Pushkar Dubey, Assistant Professor and Head of Department of Management at Pandit Sundarlal Sharma Open University. Today we will explore the concept of rural marketing, its meaning, nature, challenges and opportunities. This subject holds a great relevance in the current business setting, especially as companies strive to expand their reach beyond the urban areas. By understanding the details of rural marketing, we will not only unlock a massive potential customer base, but also contribute to the broader goals of inclusive economic development. Let's begin our discussion by outlining the key learning objectives for this session. Upon completing this session, you will be able to clearly understand what rural marketing is and why it is significant in the Indian context. Secondly, grasp the concept of flow of goods in rural markets and understand its practical implications. Third, identify the unique features and challenges that define rural markets, setting them apart from the urban environment. And last, analyze the opportunities available to the businesses within these markets and learn the strategies needed to capitalize them. Let us begin with the introduction. India's rural sector is the cornerstone of its socio-economic structure. With a vast demographic spread, rural areas exert a significant influence on the market. According to recent estimate, approximately 909 million individuals, which is roughly around 64% of India's population, reside in rural areas. The immense population base presents both opportunity as well as challenges. For businesses that can effectively navigate the unique characteristics and hurdles of rural market, the rewards are substantial. They not only access a massive consumer base, but also contribute to the broader goal of balanced and inclusive economic growth. Let's begin by understanding the term rural and how different institutions used to define it. Rural areas in India are classified based on multiple criteria set by different authoritative bodies. The Planning Commission of India categorizes rural regions as those with a maximum population of 15,000 people. However, National Sample Survey Office, that is NSSO, takes a more comprehensive approach, defining rural areas as those where population density is less than 400 persons per square kilometer, where village boundaries exist without municipal boards, and where at least 75% of the male workforce is engaged in agriculture. Now, let us understand how does the Census of India define rural areas? Well, Census of India, rather than defining rural directly, establishes criteria for urban classification. An area is considered urban if it has a statutory town governance system, a minimum population of 5,000 and at least 75% of its male working population engaged in non-agricultural activities. Thus, the areas not meeting this urban criteria are classified as rural. Additionally, Reserve Bank of India provides an alternate perspective, recognizing rural areas as those with population below 49,000 across Tier 3 to Tier 6 cities. Businesses often interpret the rural market differently based on strategic requirements, sometimes considering areas with population up to 2.5 lakhs as rural if consumer behavior aligns more with rural purchasing pattern than urban ones. This variability in definition underscores the need for customized marketing strategies that considers economic, geographic and social dynamics. Moving next is the importance of rural markets. Rural markets are integral to economic progress, offering immense opportunities for businesses. Let's explore the key reasons why rural marketing is vital. Firstly, rural marketing is vital due to its large consumer base. India's rural sector represents a substantial portion of nation's population. According to Statistica 2024, approximately 64% of the country's population resides in rural areas, providing an extensive consumer base. Businesses that caters to this population can significantly expand their market presence. But here's something to consider. Why do businesses see rural areas as profitable venture? The answer lies in their numerical strength. Tapping into even a fraction of the rural market can translate into massive sales volume. Second is untapped market potential. Rural markets remain under-penetrated, creating ample space for businesses to establish themselves and introduce products that may have reached saturation in the urban markets. Companies that enter early enjoy a first mover advantage, helping them build strong brand loyalty. For example, FMCG brands like HUL and ITC have made significant inroads into rural India by developing localized products and expanding distribution network. Third is rising disposable incomes. Government initiatives such as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is MNREGA, and rural development schemes have enhanced agricultural productivity and increased disposable incomes among rural households. When people have more spending power, the demand for quality goods and services rises. A compelling question here is, what kind of products benefits the most from increasing rural incomes? The answer lies in the basic consumer goods, financial services, and even durable items like mobile phones and motorcycles as rural aspirations evolve. Fourth is contribution to economic growth. Expansion into rural market fosters inclusive economic development. As businesses enter these regions, they create employment opportunities, boost local industries, and improve living standards. This in turn generates cycle of economic growth. A great example is microfinance institution, which has empowered rural entrepreneurs, leading to sustainable economic upliftment. Fifth is diversification opportunities. Companies facing market saturation in urban areas can find fresh growth avenues in rural regions. By developing customized products, pricing strategies, and marketing campaign suited to rural preferences, business can diversify their revenue streams. For instance, low-cost sachet packaging of shampoos and detergents initiated by FMCG firms was a direct response to rural affordability constraints, leading to sales growth. Moving ahead, let us now discuss the definition of rural marketing. The definition of rural marketing have evolved over time to incorporate the diverse economic, social, and institutional factors shaping agricultural and allied activities in rural regions. The National Commission on Agriculture describes rural marketing as a process which starts with decision to produce a saleable farm commodity, and it involves all aspects of market structure or system, both functional and institutional, based on technical and economic consideration, and includes pre and post harvest operations, assembling, grading, storage, transportation, and distribution. This definition highlights the entire value chain from the initial production decision to the complex market system that ultimately delivers goods to the consumers. For instance, how do farmers ensure their harvested crop reach urban markets in a saleable form? By addressing this key stage such as grading, storage, and distribution, rural marketing enables producers to align their operation with both functional efficiencies and institutional structures. On contrary, Thompson provides a more functional perspective, stating that rural marketing encompasses all the operations and the agencies conducting them involved in the movement of farm produced foods, raw materials, and their derivatives such as textiles from the farms to the final consumers, and the effect of such operations on producers, middlemen, and consumers. In simple terms, rural marketing is not limited to production. It also includes how goods move through various intermediaries such as traders, cooperatives, and the wholesalers before reaching the end consumers. How do these intermediaries impact price, quality, and accessibility for consumers? The definition underscores that these operations have reflective implication for everyone involved. Producer benefit from improved market access, middlemen earn through services rendered, and consumer gain from more diverse, readily available products. Together, these definition emphasizes that rural marketing is multifaceted discipline involving both functional and institutional dynamics, as well as economic and technical consideration. The goal is to create efficient, effective systems that serves the need of rural producers and consumers. Having discussed the definition of rural marketing, now we shall understand the flow of goods concept. This framework helps us know the movement of goods between different regions, particularly urban and rural areas, and sheds lights on the unique challenges and opportunities in the rural marketing. The first and most commonly observed flow is from urban centers to rural areas. Urban goods provide rural communities with essential tools, consumer goods, and technologies that they might not produce locally. For instance, agricultural inputs such as pesticides, fertilizers, and tractors are indispensable for farmers striving to improve their yields. FMCG products like soap, shampoo, packed foods are in high demands as rural household aspires to improve their standard of living. Similarly, consumer durables like bicycles, motorbikes, refrigerators, and televisions have become status symbol and are essential utilities for many rural families. Now the question is, why do rural areas rely so heavily on goods from urban centers? The answer is, rural regions often lack the industrial infrastructure needed to produce this item, making urban areas the primary source of such goods. The reverse flow involves product generated in villages making their way to the city market, that is known as rural to urban flow. Agriculture is the backbone of the rural economies, and National Commission on Agriculture underscores that rural marketing largely revolves around the sales of farm-based commodities. Grains, fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and forest produces like honey, herbs, and bamboos are transported to urban centers, meeting the demand for fresh, natural, and often organic products. This flow demonstrates how rural areas contribute to urban and highlights the need for efficient transportation and logistics to maintain quality and freshness. Here the question might arise, what would happen if this flow were disrupted? If the flow is disrupted, the urban consumer would face shortages, increased price, and diminished variety of fresh produce. The third flow is rural to rural flow. Trade also occurs between rural areas themselves. Villages exchange goods and services to address local needs. For example, one village may produce handmade pottery which is sold in the neighboring villages. Similarly, skilled laborers such as carpenters, blacksmiths, and traditional healers travel between villages offering their expertise. This form of exchange fosters a sense of interdependence among rural communities and strengthens their economic network. Here an engaging thought might be, how do local trade relationships shape rural community flexibility? This explanation comes naturally, that these exchanges ensures that villages do not rely solely on urban markets, making them more self-reliant and resilient to external upsets. The fourth type, urban to urban flow, falls outside the scope of rural marketing. This includes transactions limited to urban markets such as sales of cars, electronics, or professional services like IT consulting. While these exchanges are vital to urban economies, they do not impact rural communities directly and therefore are not considered as a part of rural marketing. Moving forward, let's discuss the characteristics of Indian rural market. Rural market in India possesses a unique set of characteristics that distinguish them from urban markets. Understanding these attributes is essential for formulating effective marketing strategies that addresses the specific needs and challenges of rural consumers. The rural market setting is shaped by its large geographical expanse, diverse socio-economic background, reliance on agriculture, and traditional buying pattern. We will explore each characteristics in detail, highlighting how they influence consumer behavior and marketing approaches. First is the large and scattered market. One of the defining features of Indian rural market is its vast size and geographical dispersion. India's rural population, residing across more than 6 lakhs villages, creates a sprawling market landscape that is challenging to reach and serve. Distribution becomes complex as marketers must cross remote areas with varying infrastructural qualities. This scattered nature calls for innovative distribution model such as partnering with local retailers, leveraging mobile vans, and developing decentralized supply chains. Second is diverse socio-economic background. Rural India is far from homogeneous. It includes a wide spectrum of income level, educational attainment, cultural practice, and lifestyles. This variation means that one size fits all approach is rarely effective. Instead, marketing strategy must be tailored to reflect local preferences, purchasing power, and cultural nuance. For instance, products that succeed in one region may not boom in another, necessitating local branding, pricing, and promotional efforts. Third is dependence on agriculture. Agriculture serves as the primary source of income for most of the rural households. Consequently, consumer purchasing power is closely linked to agricultural productivity and crop yield. Good harvests boost spending capacity, while poor harvest can dampen the demand. This reliance on agriculture means that rural market often experience fluctuations in consumer spending, influencing how marketers time their product. Third is dependence on agriculture. Agriculture serves as a primary source of income for most rural households. Consequently, consumer purchasing power is closely linked to agricultural productivity and crop yields. Good harvest boosts spending capacity, while poor harvest can dampen demand. The reliance on agriculture means that rural market often experiences fluctuations in consumer spending, influencing how marketers time their product launches and promotional campaigns. Fourth is seasonal demand. In rural market, demand patterns are seasonal, closely tied to agricultural calendar and cultural events. Harvest seasons, for instance, bring a course of disposable income, prompting increased purchase of consumer goods, farm equipment, and celebrity items. Festivals and local fairs further drive consumer spending. Understanding this cyclic demand peak is crucial for businesses aiming to optimize inventory management and promotional efforts. Fifth is infrastructure challenges. The rural market potential tempered by significant infrastructural constraints. Inadequate road network, inconsistent electric supply, and limited communication channels can make product distribution and market access difficult. These challenges demand creative solutions such as using alternative transportation methods, developing products suited to low power environment, and utilizing mobile technology to engage with consumers. Sixth is community influence. In rural communities, word of mouth and the recommendation of local leaders or trusted individuals plays a critical role in influencing purchase decision. Marketer must engage with key opinion leaders such as village elders, school teachers, or cooperative heads to build trust and credibility. Community events and local gathering also serves as a valuable platform for product demonstration and promotion. Seventh is traditional outlook. Rural consumer often maintain a traditional outlook when making a purchase decision. They value core product benefits, affordability, and reliability. Many rural buyers remain loyal to brands that have established trust and aligned with their cultural values. For example, a long-standing agricultural tool brand that has consistently delivered quality products may enjoy higher customer retention as compared to the new entrants. Eighth is price sensitivity. Price sensitivity is another defining characteristics of rural markets. With lower and often irregular incomes, rural consumers prioritize essential goods and seek the best value for their money. Offering affordable price points, smaller packaging size, and low-cost financing options can help companies better cater to this highly price-conscious segment. Ninth is unpredictable nature. The unpredictable nature of rural incomes, driven by agricultural output and weather conditions, create fluctuations in consumer spending pattern. Marketers must remain agile, adjusting their strategies to respond to these changes. Flexible pricing models, crop insurance, and timely credit options can stabilize demand during the period of uncertainties. 10th is irregular income levels. Tied closely to agricultural cycles, rural income often follow a stop and start pattern. Season harvest may provide a sudden influx of cash followed by months of limited earning. This irregularity influences how rural consumers plan their purchases, often prioritizing essential goods during lean periods and discretionary items during the time of surplus. Businesses must consider these income patterns while crafting sales promotion and installment plans. 11th is diverse and fragmented markets. India's rural market is not only a single entity, it is a mosaic of regional markets, each within its own consumer behavior, product preferences, and cultural traditions. This fragmentation demands a decentralized marketing approach. National brands often find success by adapting their messaging and products to local languages, taste, and tradition. Such localization strengthens customer loyalty and enhances market penetrations. 12th, low literacy rates. Low literacy levels in many rural areas pose challenge for traditional advertising through print media. Instead, marketers must rely on visual aids, audio campaign, and interpersonal communications. Radio broadcast, community announcement, and pictorial advertisements can effectively reach rural audience and convey product benefits in an easily understandable manner. 13th is traditional retail formats. Despite the emergence of modern retail, traditional channels remains a backbone of rural commerce. Weekly markets or the hats and village fairs offers direct connection between sellers and consumers. These venues provide an opportunity for businesses to showcase products, gather consumer feedback, and build brand presence in personal face-to-face settings. 14th is influence of cooperative societies. Cooperative societies, particularly in agriculture and dairy sectors, wield significant influence in rural markets. By pooling resources, offering credit facilities, and providing fair pricing, these cooperative enhances the purchasing power of rural consumers. Companies that collaborate with cooperatives can gain access to loyal consumer base and leveraging this network to increase their market reach. 15th is evolving consumer behavior. Exposure to media and improved connectivity have gradually shifted rural consumer preferences. While traditional goods and services remain popular, there is growing interest in modern products, technologies, and lifestyle improvements. Companies that understand this evolving behavior and strike a balance between traditional and innovation are better positioned to capture the hearts and minds of rural buyers. As India's rural economy continues to evolve, understanding these characteristics will remain vital for businesses aiming to achieve sustainable growth and long-term success. Moving ahead, let us discuss growth and demographics of Indian rural population. India's rural population trends over the years reveal an important shift. According to census data, in 1951, out of a total population of 361.1 million, approximately 82.7% lived in rural areas. By 2011, although rural population has grown to 833.1 million, it represents only 68.8% of the total. Projection for 2022 suggests that nearly 908.8 million people reside in rural India, indicating continued growth but at a slow pace compared to urban regions. Now the question is, what does this data tells us? It highlights two critical points. First, While rural areas still account for significant portion of the population, urbanization is steadily reducing their share. And second, the absolute number of rural inhabitants remains substantial, confirming that rural market continues to be highly relevant. Business must recognize these gradual demographic shift, which creates both challenges and opportunities. As urban centers attract more people, rural market may face reduced labor availability. However, the total size of rural population still provides an expansive consumer base for essential goods and services. Challenges of rural marketing in India. Entering India's rural market is no simple act. Several persistent issues complicate operations and demand innovative solutions. Let us discuss these challenges. First is transportation and warehousing. A major challenge is the lack of well-developed roads in about 80% of the villages, making transportation inefficient and expensive. Additionally, inadequate warehousing infrastructure leads to higher inventory cost and spoilage of perishable goods. Without proper storage facilities, businesses struggle to maintain consistent supply chain, ultimately impacting profitability. Second is standard of living. The rural standard of living is relatively low, with many households living below the poverty line. As a result, rural consumers prioritize basic necessities over luxury or aspirational product. Marketers must address these reality by offering affordable, high quality goods that meet fundamental needs and by providing finance options that make these goods accessible even to low income families. Third is low literacy level. Low literacy rate poses a significant communication barrier. Traditional print media is often ineffective in reaching rural audience, necessitating the use of more accessible formats such as pictorial advertisement, community-based events, and verbal messaging through local influencers. Fourth is low per capita income. Rural income predominantly depends on agriculture, are subject to the unpredictability of monsoon season and fluctuating market prices. This creates an environment of financial uncertainty. With irregular income flows, rural demand often becomes inconsistent, forcing marketers to adopt their inventory management and promotional campaign to match these income patterns. Flexible pricing models and small affordable product packs are practical approaches to address these challenges. Fifth is ineffective distribution channels. Distribution network in rural India are typically fragmented and multi-layered, leading to inefficiencies and increased cost. Poor infrastructure further discourages companies from establishing direct outlets. To tackle this, business can explore alternative models such as partnering with local enterprises, leveraging digital marketplaces, and utilizing mobile sales unit to reach remote areas more efficiently. Sixth is cultural diversity and language barriers. India's rural landscape is incredibly diverse, with distinct cultural practices, languages, and dialect varying from one region to another. A uniform marketing strategies rarely succeed in such setting. Instead, business must hold localized approach that respect regional traditions and preferences, translating promotional content into the local languages, making product to suit local taste, and employing culturally relevant messaging helps companies to connect more authentically with the rural consumers. Seventh is lack of communication system. Inadequate telecommunication and internet infrastructure limits the reach of digital marketing efforts in rural areas. To bridge this gap, companies often rely on traditional face-to-face interaction, community events, and mobile advertising campaigns. While digital adoption is slowly improving, it remains crucial for marketers to develop offline strategies that effectively reach rural audiences. Eighth is proliferation of fake brands. Price-sensitive rural consumers are often tempted by counterfeit products sold at a lower price. This not only hurts genuine brands but also damages consumer trust. Marketers need to emphasize product authenticity, introduce tamper-proof packaging, and engage in consumer education campaign that highlights the risks of counterfeit goods. Last one is the seasonal demand. Rural demand is highly seasonal. Harvest seasons and festivals see a sheer rise in spending, while off-season period experiences a drop in consumption. Companies must anticipate these fluctuations, aligning their inventory level, promotional effort, and product launches with the rural income cycle. Overall, while the rural market in India is vast and promising, it is not without its challenges. By addressing infrastructural limitations, accommodating cultural and linguistic diversity, and adopting flexible, locally informed strategies, businesses can unlock the full potential of the market. India's rural demographic underscores the importance of understanding consumer behavior, planning for seasonal fluctuations, and building trust through effective communication and distribution networks. Moving to the next section, let us now discuss opportunities for rural marketing. Rural India represents an expansive and dynamic market with immense potential for businesses seeking growth and diversification. This provides numerous opportunities for rural marketing. First is expansive consumer base. India's rural population constitutes a significant portion of the country's demographic background, which is approximately 64% of the total population residing in rural regions. These figures translate into large and relatively untapped market, offering business vast opportunities to introduce products and services that aligns with rural consumers' unique need. Second is increasing disposable income. Over the past few decades, rural households have experienced a steady rise in disposable incomes thanks to economic advancement and supportive government policies. This growing purchasing power has shifted the rural demand pattern, with consumers now willing to spend on optional items like mobile phones, home appliances, and branded clothing in addition to the essential goods. Third is infrastructure development. Infrastructure remains a cornerstone of rural market development. Recent improvement in the transportation network, electric supply, and digital connectivity have transformed rural India. Better road facilitates effective distribution channel, while increased access to electricity enables rural consumer to purchase and utilize modern appliances. Additionally, expanded internet penetration allows the rural consumers to explore online shopping and engage with digital marketing campaigns. Fourth is digital adoption. The digital revolution is steadily reaching rural India. Smartphone penetration has grown exponentially, accompanied by improved internet access even in remote areas. This digital adoption provides businesses with new opportunities to engage rural audiences through social media, mobile apps, and e-commerce platform. Companies now can reach consumer directly, bypassing traditional barriers and offering wide range of choices at competitive prices. Fifth is government support and initiatives. The Indian government, committed to rural development, has created a more favorable environment for business activities. Programs that focuses on financial inclusion, agricultural subsidies, and rural infrastructure upgrades have not only improved rural living standards but also enhanced market potential. Companies can align their strategies with these initiatives, utilizing government schemes to reach previously inaccessible markets. Next is agricultural advancement. Innovation in agriculture, ranging from mechanized farm techniques to growth of cooperative movement, have significantly boosted productivity and income level in rural communities. Increased agricultural output enables rural households to spend more on consumer goods, education, and healthcare, broadening the scope of businesses to introduce new products and services. Last one is evolving consumer behavior. Rural consumer exposure to media and increased connectivity has brought about a gradual shift in their preferences. They are increasingly open to experimenting with new products, brands, and services that aligns with their evolving aspiration. For instance, there is a growing demand for branded apparel, health supplements, and mobile-based services. This shift provides businesses with an opportunity to introduce innovative offering that caters to changing taste and lifestyle. To sum up, rural marketing represents a significant opportunity for businesses to tap into a vast dynamic of consumer base. By understanding the unique characteristics of India's rural market, such as their diverse demographics, growing disposable income, and evolving consumer preferences, companies can craft strategies that addresses both challenges and the vast potential these regions offer. Moreover, the continued development of infrastructure, digital connectivity, and government initiatives provide a solid foundation for fostering sustainable growth, ultimately with thoughtful localized approaches and innovative solutions. Rural marketing can not only drive businesses' success, but also contribute to the inclusive economic development of rural India. That is all in the session of this video lecture. Until next time, I wish you happy learning.